Sometimes Jewish and Christian scholars have sought sources for the Quran and looked for parallels in both Bible and pseudepigrapha and apocrypha, Christian pseudepigrapha, and so on. And although some parallels exist, they're never more than on one point. And so consequently, there's no place where there are any passages in the Quran that parallel any passages in the Bible for more than a couple of words. That suggests that the atmosphere and environment existing were purely oral atmosphere and environment, and that there wasn't a great deal of cultivation of books or circulation of them. Very little, perhaps, although there had to have been some, because books are mentioned and the Jews are mentioned as having, the Jews present at the time of Muhammad as actually having writings. But the Jewish writings were written in a language that wasn't Arabic. Yes?
Could Muhammad write or read?
The Muslims have a doctrine that he could not read or write, and that is because he is referred to as a Nabi al-Ummi, and the word Ummi means illiterate, or translated in a more euphemistic form, the unlettered prophet. Western critics have claimed that the term Ummi rather refers to a Hebrew formation, which means of the Gentiles. So rather they translate it as the Gentile prophet. And of course, the place where the two meet is that if a prophet was of the non-Jewish communities, then he would be ipso facto, in the view of the Jews, unlettered. And also, if most of the writing that existed anyway was in Hebrew and was, or Hebrew and Aramaic, and were, certain Jewish books that the Jews held, and there were not other books in circulation, then so much more he would be unlettered or not being trained in that. And the Quran doesn't suggest anything that he would have, that he would have been trained in that, because the picture that it portrays of the Jewish and Christian scriptures, even if you take into account that there were a lot of pseudepigraphical and apocryphal writings in circulation that are not in the present Bibles, nevertheless, there wouldn't be any suggestion that he knew how to read and write. And there are quite a few traditions that say definitely that he could not read and write. That's also the case, that's also stated.